4. That's the 0.5. That's the 0.5. All right. Let's see here. This is the one. Yo, Al, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Crazy morning so far. Crazy morning. Got my wife is out on a trip. My son's girlfriend just came back from a vacation, and they want to get together. So we had to do a quick tidy up in the house, get everything looking bang on. I was hoping to get out and do some shooting this morning. We had a shit ton of freezing rain last night, and a little bit of snow, and the wind is like just a total shit show outside. So I decided to pull the plug on that one. Give that a break. I'm not going to be getting out with crazy winds. Yo, what's up, Joseph? I wasn't going to get out with some crazy winds and fucking ice dripping everywhere, and yeah. So we'll have to not shoot today, but I am still going to try doing a 22 to 14 band set with the 1/4 inch steel with the 0.4 elastic. I'm curious to see how this will hold up, because we were shooting a little bit low in the live yesterday. Yeah, refreeze not good for driving. Yeah, it sucks because it was actually coming down like ice pellets. So as it was hitting, it was freezing right away, and it was just building up on the car. And anyway, we're doing some work around the house, trying to get the place all nice and shiny for some guests. And anyway, we're looking at the weather, and I got a split here at around noon, and then head on down to shit. Where'd I put that thing? I got a split here around noon, and then head on down to my son's girlfriend's place, pick her up, and then drive on down to a place where I'll probably just sit in the parking lot for an hour and a half, because I would just drive all the way back home and then turn around and drive all the way back, and I'm not doing that. So anyway, we'll see how all that turns out. But did a little bit of messing around with some elastic yesterday. What do we want to do here? That did make some sense. This is the 1/4 inch. Yeah, these ones we're going to keep. This is one we're going to change. I'm going to go with the larger elastic. See what's up. That's the problem when you yo, what's up, Leon? When you switch things up a little bit, and you know, there's some new things you just kind of figure out as you're shooting and practicing. And if you ever have any, you know, when you have the weather changes and all that stuff, you don't really know how everything's going to react until you get a few shots through them, and then you're kind of like, oh fuck, this setup don't work. Let's try this, let's try that, and eventually you get it dialed in. But that's pretty much where I'm at this moment with the 1/4 inch. Is I wasn't expecting to have that much of a drop off on speed from this elastic. It was kind of took me by surprise. So I thought that because the 1/4 inch is so light that we wouldn't really notice much of a difference, but we did. So we're gonna mess around with some. Gotta get my pouches out of here. I'm gonna get my leather pouches. I like the grip we get with those, and we'll see how things go. This one's kind of got a weird firmness to it. I don't know. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, and this was the other one. It was about the same, right? Both black, yeah. 4, 5. Let's put that back in the bin. So what's everybody up to? Yo, Bushwalker, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I just realized I was in such a rush to get everything going. Yeah, I got a large collection, man. Have a look. And that's not even all of them. I got more. I got more. I just haven't hung up the next thing yet. Nordic Lake Dancing in the Skies. Just now in Sweden. Oh, sweet. Yeah, we were supposed to get the we were supposed to see it up here, but it was so having coffee. Yes, sir. How you doing, Daryl? Yeah, we were supposed to be able to see some Wicked Borealis last 2 days, last 3 days, but it's been such a shit show for the weather here. It's just been nothing but doom and gloom out there. Sky is gray from end to end, and yeah, so we completely missed all the action. Kind of sucks. I was looking forward to seeing that, but looks like we missed it. Hopefully, some people got some good video or pictures of it on online, so we can. So at least I can get to see what it looked like with all the cool northern lights. That would be pretty badass, I think. Oh. Yeah, so we're going with the simple shot 0.4 again. This time we're going to go with the taper of 22 to 14 for the 1/4 inch steel on the 0.4 elastic, and we're going to see how they perform in the cold. Probably tomorrow or today. We're hovering around that 0 mark. We're coming in around 0 degrees, -1, -2, that kind of weather. And I was kind of shocked at how low I was shooting yesterday. I think yesterday was probably around -3 with that little bit of wind we had. So I think we'll see a little bit of a difference with a little bit more elastic on there. We'll see how it goes. Should be pretty interesting. Yeah, so for now, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm having a really difficult time finding a good place to be able to ship shit out. I've got 2 things I got to ship out, and I don't trust the what do you call it, the mail going out or coming in, because they're doing like a rotating strike. So some days they're off, some days they're on. And then when it gets into the countries, it's all fucked up, and that's how I lost one in the mail already, and I've got that one just about ready to go. I was supposed to go on vacation next week. Now I can't. Fucking list goes on and on and on. It's just constantly getting kicked in the dick. it's really shit. Remind me to set that chat filter. There we go. Tosif. Sorry, Tosif. Hello, sir. Do you remember me? I think you said the exact same thing to me last time. Vincent, what's happening, man? So there's our first set. Definitely heavier. Definitely heavier. I wonder what the zip is going to be like on that. Curious. I think we might be looking at. Well, I got my scale here somewhere. At least I could see how much it weighs. because the other one, when we were testing it last time, it was coming in around 5 pounds with the 18 to 12. Now this is a lot more elastic than last time, so I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be. Might be a little bit too much. Maybe 2012 would be better, but I don't have a template for that. Not yet. 20 to 12 or 20 to 14 might be the way to go. 22 might be a little much. Yo, what's up, Hoggy? How you doing, buddy? Sorry I didn't answer you this morning. I was very, very busy when I got up this morning. So I had a bunch of shit I had to do. And then finally, I had some time to run up here and get on the live. I was in such a rush, I didn't even put a title. I just put ATO as live. That's like the standard from YouTube. Just flying up here trying to get shit done. Sucks when you're under the gun like that. Yeah, my wife's going to be coming home today from her trip out to Oshawa. It should be pretty fun. We've got some guests coming over tonight. That should also be fun. It doesn't feel so bad. Where is my thing? I think feels like it's probably pulling around 6.5 pounds, something like that. If I could find that little scale wherever I put it. I usually keep it up here somewhere. I did somewhat of a cleanup up here, and I moved a bunch of shit around. Now I don't know where anything is, which kind of sucks. Fuck! Put it in here. Nope. Any of you guys watched the UFC last night? Looked pretty good. I got through. Nope. Fuck, man. I got through to the just about the Makachev fight. A lot of your builds are up there, bud. I could actually put a full hanger of all your builds on there. Where the fuck did that thing go, man? All these. Aha, we got it. All right. Let's see what we got here. I have a feeling. I got a feeling. We're probably going to be around 6.6 pounds, I think. Let's see. Maybe even 7. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'll tell you what. It's less than I thought it was going to be. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Hawk? So, the difference between an 18 to 12 taper and a 22 to 14 taper with the same active length, you're very close, Bushwalker. 5.8 pounds, so we're still under 6 pounds. I'm digging that. That's pretty good. And it should give us the extra zip that we were missing. That's good. That's real good. We're still pretty light, still around still under the 6 pound mark, which is good. I was kind of expecting it to be around 6.5 or so, but 6.8. You were very close. 3.5. No, not a chance. I would have to be shooting like a TheraBand super light blue for that. For it to be that light. But 5.8 pounds is pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. I think we're going to switch the Avro up to that as well. We're going to put we'll take these guys off the Avro and we'll, or maybe I'll just leave these on until they croak, and then I'll switch a set onto that one. I think that'll be the good option. Good option to go. Yep. Yo, Ziggy, how you doing, bud? Definitely long time no see. Definitely. So I'm thinking, what could I do? What would make the difference? If I'm trying to think of a way. 2 to 3 years, Dagestan and forget. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I started watching that UFC last night. Got through to the last fight, and actually just passed out. I mean, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That whole midnight shit just doesn't suit me well. I'm an old fucking man now, man. I can't do it. But fucking Valentina looked fantastic. Jean Weili looked completely just handled by Shevchenko, and Makachev looked like he was owning Della Maddalena. From what I understand, he kicked some ass. Yeah, I didn't see the prelims yet, so I missed the prelims. I watched the main card all the way through. I right into the last round. I was in the 5th round before I passed out. But Maddalena was just getting owned. I don't know. It's going to be a while before he's walking proper on that leg, I think. Yeah. Islam just fucked him up. Bad. And you know the interesting thing is that a lot of people were talking that Islam was going to be might have a size difference or a size problem at welterweight, but I was calling bullshit on that. I mean, you look at his weigh-ins, the fucking guy looks like he's going to cave in and die. So he's cutting a shit ton of weight to fight at 155. Going up to 170, that guy's a fucking beast. And he doesn't have to cut that much weight. So he's gonna look and feel way the fuck better. I think Islam should just vacate the lightweight belt and just continue to go at welterweight. And I don't think there's many people, if anybody, who's gonna be able to solve that fucking dude up there. I really don't. What's my favorite player in UFC? I'm a Max Holloway guy all the way. I know he's coming to the end of his career. But I fucking love that dude. There is not many guys out there that are as likable and as game as that fucking guy is. I've seen him so many times just throw down in the last few minutes of the fight, just fucking lock in and go ham. I'm a huge fan of Max Holloway. Actually, he's not just my favorite fighter, current UFC fighter. He's right up there with in my top 3, which is him, George St. Pierre, and probably Anderson Silva. Anything under 220 pounds is anorexic for me. Yeah, me too, I think. The Eyebender Jones. Yeah, John Jones is good too. I just as a fighter, I think he's pretty much undeniable. He's a great fighter. I just can't get behind him because of all of his behind the scenes bullshit that goes on with him. I have an issue with that on his end. He's got a bit of a class problem. He's a wild motherfucker that needs to grow the fuck up. I would love to see John versus Tom, and I think fucking John would absolutely make Tom his bitch. I really do. I think Tom's a great fighter, but I think in a lot of ways the heavyweight division right now is probably lacking in a little bit of talent, and it kind of makes him seem great. I don't really think he's anywhere near what he's been the clout that he's been getting at this point. But I will say this: anybody who's talking shit about that eye poke has never really been poked in the fucking eye, because that shit really, really sucks. I've been thumbed in the eye with boxing gloves before. Really sucks. And I've been poked in the eye by a guy that I was grappling with in judo, which also really sucks. It is not a fun time at all. So when you've got a lot riding on the line, yeah, you could say, oh, he's not fucking tough, he fucking split, but there's a lot of these guys that are out there that uses eye pokes as a thing. Now imagine this for a second. I'm gonna point something out to you guys that maybe some of you do know and some of you don't know. But if you're a grappler, or if you're let's say you're fighting against somebody who has more explosive than you, or is quicker than you in and out, and you want to keep them at range. If you pull the shit that John Jones does and you keep your hands out like this all the time, and you've got a longer reach, that's almost like putting up the goalposts, putting up a goalie. So when a guy tries to come in, anytime he comes to come in, you just toss your hands down and then land right in his face. And a lot of fucking fighters do that. Cyril Gane does that. John Jones does that. Josh Koscheck does that. There's a lot of fucking guys out there that cheat people with that fucking move. And all the BS that goes on out there, you know, like you got guys like Jim Miller, who's had like the most fucking fights in UFC history, never poked somebody in the eye. You know, there's a lot of these guys that are out there that don't poke. And it's a cheap fucking move keeping your hand open like that. I like you because I don't use abusive language. Yeah. You must not be listening. Cowboy Cerrone has always been a favorite. Yeah, me too, man. Cowboy, awesome fucking dude. That guy was always game. I think sometimes he got a little over emotional in some of his fights. Like I think he probably could have beat Nate Diaz, but Diaz got into his head so deep that he couldn't get him out for months. It seemed like that. That's like psychological warfare thing. He was pretty penetrable too. But when you what was it? Was it Rick Story? He had that one of the prettiest combinations I've ever seen anybody land ever. What do I think about Khabib? Oh, he's a legend. I would say, just to be fair to guys like George St. Pierre and Anderson Silva and even guys like Randy Couture, who stuck around for such a long time and had many fights under their belts, I think Khabib left early in his career, and I think that's what kind of removes him from the greatest of all time for me. Also, in that respect, I do think that he should have had one loss on his record. I think when he fought Gleison Tibau, I think at best that fight should have been a draw. I don't really think Khabib won that fight. But that's just me, my opinion. But besides that, dude's a freaking legend. I always liked Chuck Liddell. Yeah, Chuck Liddell was a motherfucker back in the day, man. That dude was something else. He was you know what I liked about Chuck? In a time when Chuck started off his career, he was coming in at a time where all these jiu-jitsu guys would take you down and hold you up against the cage, lock you in place, and you wouldn't be able to move. And Chuck was one of the first guys that started using the cage as a way to get up. So when people would pick him up and dump him and leave him up against the cage, he would just like fucking hit the ground and bounce right back to his feet like a super ball. And that was the interesting thing about Chuck. And I think a lot of people don't give him the recognition for that, because he was coming in. He made his career at a time when the jiu-jitsu guys were just dominating everybody, and he came in with a bit of a wrestling base. He was able to stand up, get to his feet, and he used that that obscene power that he had just to blow people up, which was kind of interesting. Yep, his timing was fantastic. Never fails. The best stuff ever, my friend. The best stuff ever. It's actually interesting though. I've got another roll. The exact same thing, exact same company. Everything's the exact same. This one's a double roll. The other one was a single roll. And the only difference between them, the only difference is the size of the roll. Now, the single roll, I break it often when I'm tying things up. The double roll, for some reason, seems to be a little stronger. Either way, I've never had any issue of these things slipping or sliding off. And, yeah, it's definitely the way to go. It was kind of funny. When I first started messing around with the constrictor knot, I was checking out Asa from RCC Catapult. And he does it kind of weird, where he ties his bands. He kind of sticks the band in his mouth and he fucking just pulls it tight and whatever. And I was kind of messing around with that, and I was like, you know what? It is possible to do without, without a band tying jig or whatever it is, I guess. And that's the first time I saw it. I thought that's how everyone did them, just getting started. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Constrictor knot's not for me. I did that video on it, tested it out a little bit, tried tying a few times with it, and it held pretty well, but I just found it was kind of fiddly. I ended up messing around with tying the constrictor knot the exact same way I would tie any other band inside the band tying jig. And holy fuck, man, it's like super easy. It's fast. Oh, there we go. I broke one finally. It's fast. And once you get them all tied up, like, that's it. It's done. Like, you don't ever have to worry about that shit coming loose again. Ever. I mean, normally I would say, you know what, you should probably retie that one, take the constrictor knot off and retie it. But I've had a couple of them break, and I figured since it's close to the end of the fork, the end of the pouch, it's not going to be all that dangerous or anything, even if I do pull it back. So, yeah, you see, got plenty of elastic there. I've never had one come loose, even if it does break. So I just leave it. It's good. Where do I buy this slingshot? Which one? This one here? This one here. You'll see a guy, if you scroll back in the comments, his name is Andrew Nwabi, and he makes these guys. His company's called Prime Fork Catapults. You'll see him in the chat. You could check out primeforkcatapults.com, and that's his thing. If anybody wants to put his address on there, I'll pin it to the top. And anybody wants to get their hands on one, they can go and check it out. You want to see a couple more of his frames? I got a few back here I can show you. Give me a second. All right. We got one here. We got one here. We got one here. We got one here. One here. We got one here. We got one here. Nope. One here. We got three here. Where did that guy go? We got one here. All right, guys. Full disclosure, I got a serious prime fork problem. So let's start with the Cygnus. This one here is called the Cygnus aluminum core frame. Very, very simple. Shoots like an absolute boss. I've got two other versions of this. I've got a custom. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Mr. Al. Pin to the message. Boom. Get that up there. Come on. There we go. And I've got the Cygnus 2. That little stripe of blue in there is sexy as fuck. I love it. All right. We got the one that we just showed you first there. This is called the Shredmaster. And we're going to be testing out some new bands on there shortly. I've got... Yeah, they'll last a lifetime. This is called the Hooligan. Absolutely love this guy. And you saw me shooting the Hooligan, another one yesterday. That one was downstairs. I forgot to bring it up with me, but Hooligan. Do I have a carbon fiber slingshot? I just showed you one. Where'd it go? Right here. Carbon fiber. All right. We've got this guy, which is called... What's it called, guys? I know what it is. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a V. What's this one? No, I don't make these. These are made by my good buddy, Andrew. I make this one. This is called the ATO Avro. I make this. And if you want to get an Andrew style one, he's the only guy who has permission to make my design, which is this one right here, which is the Avro Ergo that he makes. My design, his building work. Fantastic stuff. So this is called the Vega. And it's a very underrated slingshot. It's very comfortable, locks in the hand great, and it's a fantastic shooter. All right, we got this one. This is called the Vector. Absolutely love this one too. Great build design, really cool design, looks cool, shoots like a boss. Yeah, freaking awesome. And it's good for those guys who likes to shoot brace too. It's a good brace shooter or a pinch grip. All right, we got this guy here, which is the Cygnus Bold. I know it needs, I should probably take those little bands off there, get those removed for a later day. I got one here that I can't remember the name of. And there's more up on there too, by the way. Hold on, I'll give you a look at that. So that's the Cygnus Bold. We've got the Centurion, which is a badass slingshot. And I love the fact that he calls it the Centurion, because the handle of this thing, it's a great build of a handle. Fits my hand great. The one thing I will say is if you're thinking about having any movement on this thing, forget it. It's kind of shaped like an old Greek sword handle, where it just locks your hand in there. There's no slipping or moving around at all. You'll never have this thing slip out of your hand. Centurion. Freaking cool. Seahorse. Another absolute beauty. Look at this. And man, this thing shoots like a freaking legend. I love this thing. Wrap and tuck, also available in clips. Osmantu, what's up? This one, I can't remember the name of it at all. If anybody knows the name of this one, tell me in the chat. Anybody know the name of this one? This is a pretty cool frame too. It's similar to the Centurion. Locks in your hand quite well. Shoots like a boss. Very cool slingshot all the way around. Anybody know the name of this one? Then we've got the Beagle Original version 1 in custom. Absolutely love this one too. This is probably one of my all-time favorite frames. Gladius Sword, Romans, yes sir. Yep, pretty damn good. I've got a couple more here. I've got the PFX 2. I got the can't remember. What else we got? Prime Fork. Is that original Beagle? Yeah. That's a Beagle. The first Beagle. This is the first frame I ever got from Prime Fork. What else we got here? Prime Fork. I think we might have them all, except for, oh, here's another TFX2. That's sniper sling. Yeah, I think that's the collection pretty much. I've got another one downstairs inside of my jacket pocket, but this is the first one I ever got. My first ever video. I did a review on a Beagle, and this is the one. These bands are just stupid. On here, I'm afraid to pull them back. It's gonna snap and hit me in the face. But I had two I couldn't remember the name of. I have this one here. And this one here I can't remember the name of. This one I freaking love. It's very similar to the come on, brain. I just did a review on this one not too long ago. Bands are stinky. The Gecko. There we go. There's the Gecko. We got that one. I think so too. I think it's the Gecko. No, this isn't the PFX2. I have two PFX2s. Here's one in 90, and the other one is in 88. So I've got one PFX2 here in 88 millimeter fork width, and another PFX2 in 90 right here. Yeah, that's just about all of my prime fork frames, I think. I had some others though that I traded. I had another Cygnus, an orange and black one that I traded to, or I sent as a gift to Shades. Shades has it. I also had a Sinom custom that I had also traded away, and I think it's gone to a third guy now. And do I have anything else? No, I think that's it. I think that's it. I mean, that's a lot, but that's it. I think that's it. Maybe a slim can crusher. No, it's not a can crusher either. It's got a different name. Fuck. I wonder if I can. I did a review on it. I'll bust out the tablet. See if I can find the name of it on here. Tablet takes a long time to boot up, though. It's slow. Real slow. All right, I need to get a Ziploc bag for these guys. ATO stickers. Here we go. Can I deliver this in India? You have to talk to Andrew. Andrew probably, I think he delivers worldwide. He uses DHL, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Just hit up Andrew on prime4catapults.com. I've linked his address right to the top, pinned this to the thing. That might be it. That might be it, actually. It might be the Sirius. I think you might got it. I think you got it. I'm going to double check it, but I'm pretty sure it's the Sirius. Is it snowing there because you were not shooting? No, it was freezing rain last night. And it's not, the snow is not coming down anymore, but it's really freaking windy out there. And it's not worth it. Not worth it. Yeah, Prime Fork is in Indonesia, but I believe they ship to India. I believe they ship worldwide. I think they'll ship everywhere. But Andrew makes some amazing frames. Now, to give you an idea, the Beagle was one of my favorite shooters for quite a long time. It actually bumped the Titan Hunter this thing for a while. I absolutely love this frame. It shoots like a boss. It feels so good in my hand. It's like, man, it's really nice. What do I think about Trump? I believe he's doing what he thinks is best for his country. That's what I think about Trump. I wish here in Canada we had somebody who gave a shit as much as he does. Whether you agree with him or not, at least he would do something. Our government's doing nothing. Complete useless. Do I have any PFS handy? Yeah, I have a planchette, which I can't find anywhere. But I do have a couple. I have this one. I have this one. And I have this one. So I've got this guy here from Sniper Sling, which I gotta take these bands off and put a new set on there. Absolutely love this thing. It's so freaking cool looking. It's fun. I like to shoot it up here with the band set, and I usually just give it a little bit of a poke forward, and it shoots nice for me. I've got this one personalized from my boy Rick over at Hillbilly Slings and Wares. This is the Pickle Billy. Another great shooter. Shoots just great. So many frames and only 2 hands. Oh, I know, buddy. It's terrible. Oh, you're trying that out? Yeah, go for it, man. See how it goes. See how it goes. I'm still in the... and this is one of the first off the line from Hillbilly Slings and Wares, the Clipple Billy. First one he came out with clips of a pickle fork. It's a little bit on the bigger side. But, yeah, really, really cool looking frame. He did a great job on this one. I love it. Lots of good looking wood on there, too. I have some uniques. Yep. I got a couple of them. Some of them, the couple that I'm most proud of, I guess, though, is probably the, I've got one of the first clip, or if not the first Clipple Billy that came out. I've got that one. I've got a prototype of these guys. That's a prototype, so I got to test this out before the production model was released. Both of them shoot kind of great. Slight differences though. I also have a prototype of the Wasp Enzo. When this guy came out, did some shooting with this, got to test it before it came out, which was cool. So on the day of the release, I dropped my video, which was pretty awesome. What else? What else do I got? That's a prototype of, I think that's about it. I think that's about it. But yeah, freaking awesome. What's up, Joseph? Yeah, Trudeau was good for nothing, and Carney's even better at nothing. Completely destroying our country, lying to the people. It's got everybody believing his bullshit. Sucks. Get onto the studio. When will we get the snapshot from Shane? I've got one in the works. He's building one right now for me, and it's on the way. I don't know if it's on the way yet or not, but I gave him my address and everything, so at some point it should arrive, and I cannot wait. I only have one island-made catapult frame so far, but I definitely want to get a shit ton more because I love everything he does, man. And not only that, but Shane's a really good fucking dude, too. And I think anybody who knows him or his work at this point knows the quality of the man and the builder that he does. And oh, that's another one too. I got one of his first clip builds too. How many bands do I make at a time? Oh, I usually go, I go deep on those when I'm when I'm making those things. I've got a couple of them set up right now where I've got I don't know, I guess a couple of bags built. Here I've got a few of them made for clipped frames. I've got another one I just finished off yesterday. I've got a couple, I don't know, I'll probably run around 20, 25 bands maybe 30 bands that I got going at the same time. Let's see if I can find that thing. Sirius. Yeah, it's a Sirius. Hawk got it right. Yeah, 100%. It's a Sirius. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I have a hitter that Leon gave me. Woo! Leon actually gave up one of his Island made catapult frames. That's big. That's pretty big. I've got 2 Trifork frames in the last week. Opted for the thumb screws on the clips. Oh, nice. Ooh. Very nice. I have a pocket poacher from Shane. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, this was one of the first frames where he'd made clips, and one of the first frames, or one of the earlier frames anyway, of when he started anodizing the handles. Before this, he was making them all out of completely out of brass and I think it was stainless steel or aluminum. I can't remember, but they were pretty much being made all like that. And when I got this thing, it was beautiful. It was like glowing brass, like just highly polished, beautiful work. And then after a while, it starts getting the patina from your hand, and I was kind of like, oh, I should probably polish it up and make sure it's nice and everything. But you know what? I like it looking used, man. I do. Having that brass patina on there just looks freaking badass. I really do. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. I kind of wish I would have gotten a brass handle to this thing also. It would have been really, really heavy, but it would have been fucking cool, man. Yeah, it would have been damn cool. This thing's freaking awesome also. And I can't wait to get my snapshot. That's going to be awesome. I don't know when it's going to be coming, but it's okay. I know he's got a lot of people that are on the list before me, so that's all right. Whenever it arrives, I'll be happy. I hypnotize Leon, witness conversational hypnosis. You will give me a heavy hitter. You got one of those little swirly things going on while you're chatting with him, Al? Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, but in terms of Prime Fork stuff, like I really just can't get enough of Andri's work. He just does legendary shit all the time. And that new man, I haven't had enough coffee today. I've been going too hard this morning. That new hooligan that I got from him is freaking legendary. Now, I know a lot of you guys have seen me shoot this guy on lives and whatnot, and it shoots great. It was just a little bit on the small side for my hand, so I had asked Andri to add a half centimeter to a centimeter in the waist here, just make it a little longer, and what a difference. What a difference. It just sucked that we were shooting in really, really cold weather, so it was hard to get a good clean shot on whatever it is we were shooting at, because I was dropping so low. But yeah, freaking awesome. This was a kind of a stupid attempt of shooting tubes. Although it worked pretty well with the sleeves and everything. I was trying to do a little bit of high style. But the draw weight and everything and the speed, it just wasn't fucking going. It wasn't working for me. And I didn't like the feel of it. So I think we'll take the bands off. I don't think I'll be messing with high style anymore. I think that's just some dumb shit that people do for whatever reason. It's really not for me. Fuck high style. Ron P, how you doing, bud? Carlos Castaneda, how you doing, my man? Yeah, I gotta say though, that UFC was pretty fucking good, man. From all the fights were pretty damn good. There were some some absolute destructions, like Zhang Wei Li got her ass handed to her by Valentina, but I kind of thought that was going to happen. I know Zhang's got very, very good hands, very good feet, but as soon as I saw them enter into the ring, I was kind of like, whoa, you're fucking dead. Valentina looked huge compared to her. She's a true 115 fighter. I think she should probably stay there, or you know, going up and trying to fight the tip of the spear right away was probably a mistake. I think she's got a. I don't think she probably even cuts weight at 115, so it's pretty interesting to see, or maybe she cuts like a little bit of weight. I think she's really not that big, so seeing her fight Valentina Shevchenko, while Valentina is just a complete savage, it was kind of kind of crazy. How's that audio? Is it any better? Oh, here we go. The orange one is a sparrow. Yeah, I got a sparrow up there. How's the audio, guys? Is the audio any better than what it was looking at before? Let's put that right there. See how that goes. Yo, Kyle, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, bit of a late start today, and it's going to be an early finish too. Unfortunately, I'll have to hit the road here around I guess around 11:20, somewhere around there. I gotta go out and clear out the car and take care of business. Do you like Powerball or Mega Millions? And do you have Powerball and Mega Millions? Oh, we got another thing. We got a thing we call Lotto Max and 649 that we use. But we get nothing like what you guys do down in the States, where it's just like hundreds of millions of dollars. I think we've only reached like $100 million once. Most of the other time it's like 50 or 60 million. But you know what? I'll fucking take it. I'll take it. Give me $1 million. I'll retire right now. 100%. Maybe 2 million. Maybe 2 million. Yeah. $1 million to get me to retirement, and another $1 million to chill out with. Ashwin, how you doing, buddy? Ashwini, did I get that right? How you doing, bud? Yeah, I was going through all my Prime Fork frames. Actually, you know what? Let's have some fun. I'm going to go through my Prime Fork frames again, and let's see which ones are your guys' favorites. So, original Beagle, Vega, Seahorse. Fun fact, the Seahorse was actually named by ATO Slings. It was him who gave it this name, because it does kind of remind him of a seahorse. This is the Cygnus. We've got the Cygnus. We've got a Cygnus Wrap and Tuck. We've got a Cygnus 2. We've got a PFX. This is one of the really, really early ones from Andre. PFX2. I think they're both PFX2s, actually. One's a little bit smaller. Centurion. Sirius. Cygnus Bold. Hooligan. Avro. Avro Ergo, I believe he calls it. Vector. Shredmaster. And Gecko. And did I happen to mention? Oh, here it is. And original Beagle Custom. This was my first custom slingshot ever. No, No, that's a lie. Second custom slingshot ever. My first custom from Prime Fork. So you asked me if I ever made one myself. The Avro is actually my design. This is my frame. This is my personal shooter. That's why I haven't gone completely to finish it up, put a maker's mark in. I think I might do it. And I might put a maker's mark in there for myself just to complete it up. But this is my design. And I've given Andre permission to make the Avro Ergo. Seahorse for Ron. Nice. So second place, Joe. Oh, Avro, yeah. Hooligan's very accurate. It really is. And you know what? When I did that review, I did a short with the Ergo. I did a short with it first. And then I was out shooting the pheasant head with it, just putting a fucking whooping on that thing. And then I'm like, man, I really, really like it. So I decided to ask for a second one. So I purchased a second one, and the one I just wanted it to be a little bit longer here because the Hooligan is kind of small for my hand. I guess I have to really like squish my fingers together without a good spread. Oh, Leon, you're funny, buddy. Yeah, that one ain't going nowhere. No way. That one I want to be buried with. That's one of those frames. Actually, I want to be buried with that frame. But you know what? I figured you would want this one instead. Look at that. That's got your colors all over the place, bud. That's a Vector. I've got my PFX2s, which I don't really shoot all that much. The 88's pretty nice. The PFX2 shoots pretty nice, but I would probably be interested in a trade for these. I don't shoot them all that often. Not that they're bad slingshots. They're pretty good. It's just that they're not really my cup of tea, I guess. I don't know. I'd probably get rid of one of them. You don't like the hold of that one? Oh shit! I got a Warrior Mongol pouch on here. Didn't even realize. I thought these were all gone, all but gone, but two. There you go. We'll have to put another set on this. These things are really rare. You don't really see these around anymore since Burke stopped making them. Quite a few years back. It broke my freaking heart. I love these things. I tried to get a whole bunch of them in here. While he was wrapping things up, he decided he wasn't going to be making pouches anymore. But I was going to buy a shit ton of the blue ones. The blue ones are my favorite. I like the leather, the thickness, the firmness of them. When they break in, they're just freaking magic. But they're not around anymore. They're like a dodo bird. You're never going to see one again, I guess. Hugh Jazz. What's up? How you doing, Hugh? Yeah, the Centurion's pretty freaking cool, too. I actually like this one. I like this one better than I like the PFX2. I would definitely go Centurion before the PFX2. And the Cygnus, going from a Cygnus to Cygnus 2, the hold of this is actually better than the original Cygnus. And this one, I've got one of my best shots ever. I completed with this. I hit a skinny side lighter pop from 20 meters away with this guy. Took it right out. What makes the Warrior Mongol pouch so special? I don't know. here's the thing. So when I started developing my shooting style, the Warrior Mongol pouch, I really got into kangaroo leather pouches, and I found I really liked them because as you shot them, after a while they started turning into kangaroo leather. They started turning into like pit locating pouches. So let's see if I can give you an idea. Now keep in mind I was shooting 8mm steel at the time, but Burke was getting the highest quality leather that was available. It was falconry grade kangaroo leather, which I believe pound for pound is like the strongest leather you can get. Now I was using this leather for my anchor, and what I started doing, because of the width of this, I believe, let me give me a second here. Yeah. So it's about 15 millimeters wide, but it kind of tapers out towards the tips. Now, it also has these little pieces at the end that kind of come out, which become a pain in the ass when you're trying to cut your bands off. But what it does do is it keeps your tie in the exact same place on your pouch all the time. So when I was tying up my bands, I'd stretch it out, the band would go right back in, and it would lock into that little horseshoe bit. So if you're shooting them or whatever it is, and they start to stretch out a little bit and get a little bit loose, they're not going to move around on your pouch at all. They're always going to stay in the same spot. So I went with that. Yo, what's up, Z? I went with that. Also, the width of the ball, whenever I'm shooting, I always line up my shot right here, and I use this line on my finger as the edge of my pouch. So when I'm setting up on my shot, the width of this was 15 millimeters. It locked my pouch in the exact same spot I needed to all the time. I put my thumb onto my thing, so everything always stayed the same distance away from my face, everything locked into place, and that's what I liked about them. Now, I'm sure that there are other pouches out there. Let's say, for example, I was going to make this pouch, the only thing I would do to change this pouch is add 2.5 millimeters on either side, just a little tiny bit. I would add 2.5, maybe 3 millimeters each side, just to lengthen it out just a little bit. That was shooting the 5/16, but now I'm shooting a 1/4 inch. It'll lock right in. Now the cool thing is, like I was trying to show you guys, when you hold your pouch, after a while, see the pouch? See how that looks? The ball in the center? The kangaroo leather pouch, after a while, will start forming into a pit locating pouch. So when you drop your ball in, it always lands in the same spot, ready to go. You'll take your shots, everything's cool. It forms to your fucking ball, and it shoots like a boss. And that's why I really, really like these things. Now, when these stopped working, I started going to West Mitchell pouches, which are a different shape, but I still quite like them. They're very good pouches. And they also do a similar thing as well. This one here is a little bit on the thin side. I think this one was under 1 millimeter thick. But I shoot really well with this pouch. It's a little bit longer. It does stretch out a little bit more. As for the quality of the pouch, I don't know how good it is. But keep in mind, I've had this pouch here, on about 10 or 11 different band sets, maybe even more. And it shoots great. Like it's just a damn good elastic, a damn good pouch, and it holds onto my elastic real good. These ones will do a little bit of the same. You can see it's kind of got that little bulge out a little bit, but because it's so thin, this one causes a little bit of trouble. But the band sets that I just made, like this one here, these ones I absolutely love from Wes. These brown ones, they're slightly thicker. You see how it's kind of got that fold in it? It's got the little ball marks. You can see them where they're starting to come in there. And as this thing breaks in more, it's going to feel better and better and better and better. It's going to be freaking awesome. So the more you shoot with those pouches, the better they get. And the kangaroo leather pouches, like, keep in mind, I've had these pouches from Wes for a long, long time. What kind of storage? Those are actually shoe storage bins. So you would hang this up on the back of your bedroom door, for example, and you could throw your slippers in, different shoes, and they would hold them all up on the wall like that. That's what I use. And I've actually got another one of these. So just to give you a look, I've got all those. And then the one that's on the door. And I've got another full one that I can fill up with slingshots also. I need a Talon and a drop shot from Andrew. I do. And you know what? I think the next time I order something from Andrew, I think I'm going to get myself one of his PFS slingshots. Love to see it, bro. Love from Scotland. Hey, thanks, Lee. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to get my my PFXs set up. I've got to do a video on that Shredmaster. Yesterday wasn't really a good showing of it because the elastic was not the right elastic for that cold. We got to figure that out. That's the Cygnus. Absolutely beautiful. This was one of my favorite slingshots for a long time. This upped my game like crazy. It was nuts. And that was part of the whole learning curve as I was going through, slingshots, learning things, how to shoot, all that kind of stuff. As I was moving forward on a lot of these things, I discovered that there are some slingshots that are out there that just do make you shoot better. I know there's going to be so many people that are going to, say, no, it's got nothing to do with the slingshot. It's all about the shooter. I agree and I disagree to some point. I've had some frames that I've picked up and I just shoot better with them for whatever reason. I don't know why. Even though they're a 90 millimeter fork width, and yes, they could be. Oh shit! I forgot one. Hold on. Fucking tripod almost took me out. Look at this guy. This is another really, really nice one. Look at this. That's my Spitfire from Prime Fork. And you know what? I got to take that thing out of the box because I keep forgetting about it. And the whole purpose for me to hang these things up here is so I could see the frames that I like to shoot. Fucking tripod took me out, man. Right in between my big toe and my middle toe. My giving you a finger toe. That's fucking got me good too, man. This shit hurt. If I wasn't live, I'd probably be smashing that fucking thing for hurting my toes. Yeah, this is another absolute beauty. It's got a pretty stinky band set on there, though. I've got a 0.5 on there. How much? Salim Mia. Check the link down in the description there. I pinned it to the top, prime4catapults.com. And you can find out all the slingshots that Andrew makes down there. And he will definitely set you up real good. And let me tell you, you don't wait long for a frame from Andrew, man. That guy is quick. He'll bust you out a frame real fast, and then slap that shit on a. He'll slap that shit on a on a DHL courier, and it's there within a week. Gotta run, guys. Be good and happy. Thanksgiving to everybody. Hey, Thanksgiving to everybody too, man. You guys have a great holiday. I wish you all the best. And another one too that I think doesn't get as much due as it should is the Vega. The Vega is a great shooter. Shoots great. Feels great in the hand too. Locks in there real good. The only thing I don't like about this one is it's got one of those. At the time the trend was shooting these frames with the what do you call it, the sights on them. And as much as I like how this one was done, it's a little high. I would like to see if they're going to do that. If they're going to do this correctly, I would like them to not put it on the clip and actually put it on the frame and have that little piece glued or cut into the corner of the fork tip. That's what I would like to see. 3 best budget slingshots in my opinion. Yes, I can. No problem. Number 1 is a Scout LT2. Pretty cheap, pretty good. The Stylus, also very good, very cheap, very good. The 701, very cheap, very good. from Prime Fork. Nope, from Omega Slings. What else we got on there? The if you want to get another one from Wasp, we've got the Apex Plus, very good slingshot. If you want something asymmetrical, very good, is also the Tomahawk from Wasp or the FTC. What else have we got? All the budget frames from Sniper Sling, like the S Airship, very good, and they just came out with a 92, by the way, very cool. We've got There's so many good ones that are out there. One of my favorites actually is the Thunderbolt from Sniper Sling, another great shooter. What else we got? Budget slingshots, budget price, we'll say. Well, you got the Enzo also. I mean, you can pretty much anything from Wasp is very, very good. A lot of the simple shot frames are very, very good and well priced. All the injected molded frames, very good. You can't go wrong. The Biswan. I haven't had one. I haven't had one of those, but I would love to try one, and I think they're very good. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Yeah, the Enzo's pretty good, man. The Enzo's really good. I landed probably my best shot ever with that Enzo. I was actually in the woods, and I found a log with about a 4-inch hole in it, and then in behind the log, I took a bottle cap and I hung it on a little stick, and then on the other side of that log, there was like about 2 or 3 meters, and then it dropped down into a ravine. I walked around the whole hole, and then I shot from the other side, and the shot went through the hole in the log and hit the bottle cap on the other side. It was one of my favorite shots ever. Probably my coolest trick shot ever. Yeah, you won't go wrong with the S Thunder, man. S Thunder is a badass slingshot. Really, really good. The Wendigo and Alpha. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Wendigo. Hey, where's my Wendigo? I've got a Wendigo in poly. Oh, there it is. So I've got my Wendigo in poly, in that like cutting board material, and I've got another one in the injected molded right up on top. That one's pretty good too. Six shot. Yeah, it was a freaking cool shot, man. That was a really, really good shot. And I did a couple of good shots. I used to like to go into the woods, and I have these 2 targets. One of them is like a pheasant head that's on a spring, and I had which I've killed. I've killed both of them now. They're both gone. I got to get some more, and I've got another pheasant head that stands on like a big bell thing outside. That's probably my favorite target of all time. Probably my favorite of all time targets. But I also have this thing. It's like called a turtle dove. It's like looks like a little dove bird that's kind of hanging from a couple of elastics on this little metal frame, and you could tuck it in around trees. And what I started doing was I'd go around by the tree. So, for example, I'd hide behind a tree and kind of peek out a little bit on the side and take a shot at that little bird on the ground, trying to get practice for hunting and that kind of thing. As soon as I'm able to do some hunting videos, and that's what I was doing. I was practicing with that and the pheasant head, sticking them inside a brush, trying to cut the angles to get good shots in there while staying covered by my terrain. It was actually a lot of fun. But they're pretty cool. The Venator is one of my top favorite shooters ever, in my top 10 for sure. I love the Venator. I was hoping that they would come out with one with clips. I would be all over that if they came out with one with clips. That'd be super sweet. Yeah, it would have been pretty sweet to see which one would have been, you know, to lock it in and start shooting those longer shots. I've even got for my planchette, which I can't find, and it's really breaking my heart, man. Like, I tore this fucking room apart looking for that thing. I remember putting it inside of a case to kind of keep it safe because I was afraid to lose it. And I went through all my cases. Like, I know for a lot of you guys out there who do some shooting, you know, you get a lot of these things from suppliers, you know, GZK and, you know, all kinds of guys. They send me these things. What's in here? Oh, one of my TTF frames. I'll be looking for another home for at one point. GZK sideways. It's a little bit too chunky for my hand, but I've got all these frames kicking around that. Ooh, that's Robin. I've got all these boxes kicking around, and sometimes I keep things in them, and sometimes I don't. But I got a shit ton of them lying around with got a shit ton of them lying around with stuff in them. So, and I went through all of them, just checking every single one. I mean, look, they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. I can keep doing this for hours. That's just one drawer, and they just keep coming. And fuck, I don't know. Here's another one, another little one here. But I thought I had my planchette in one like this. That's the thing that's pissing me off. I put it in something to make sure that I wouldn't lose it, and I fucking lost it by putting it inside of a case to keep it safe. So I just want to get rid of these fucking things. I have everything hung up on the wall now. We'll leave it that way, and when we're done with that, and that'll be it. I'll keep a couple of these cases just for if I'm ever out traveling or doing something, I want to throw something in my backpack, I can keep it safe. But the torque are one of my favorites. Oh yeah, I got a torque in here somewhere. Yeah. Here we go. There's a Torque X. I've been messing around with that Talon grip. Put one down at the thumb here, and I'm thinking I'm going to put either a strip here or a strip here, and that'll just like ensure the grip will never ever move again forever. It'll never move again. Yeah. Torque X though, surprisingly awesome. Yeah, I'll find it eventually. But I got tired of waiting for one to come in, so I ordered another one. I got another one coming in from Gene Kirkland. He's gonna whip me up one, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this was the Pulse from Black Pine Slingshots and Knives. I wanted to test out these 0.4 bands from GZK. The what do you call them? Translucent green. And sure enough, how does cyan compare to BSB white? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not a huge fan of the 0.5 cyan or the 0.6 cyan. I absolutely love the 0.45 and the 0.4. Some of the best bands I've ever shot. Really, really good. BSB, I won't touch BSB anymore, only because the quality has been spotty too many times for me. The 0.45 BSB was one of the best, my favorite bands ever, way up there. Unfortunately, it just doesn't fucking hold up. Like I've done some shooting with it. I had a roll come through. I should have taken pictures of it to show people, but I had a roll that came through that had spots and pinholes in it already, just as I was unrolling it. It also had spots where it got so thin you could almost see through it without stretching it. And that wasn't, I mean, that should never, ever get to the public. That was a total fucking disaster. And it doesn't seem like they were worried about it or cared at all about it. So BSB for me is it has lost its chance for a third try because they screwed up on the second try. So that's all I'll say about it. I mean, use 0.45 pound 44 green precise, a bit snappy. Hold on a second. Don't you go away, Mr. 0.4 precise guy. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. 0.4 or 0.45? Anybody know? Precise? That's 0.4, right? See, it seems fucking heavy to me. Snappy, though. Holy shit. You know what? Let's cut a set of this. I'm going to throw these away. We've got 22 to 12 here. Yeah, these are short, really short. Those are all maxed out bands. I think that is 0.4. Yeah, I think so too. It's like that candy apple green color, but it's gotten old and looking kind of filthy. So we'll I think I have one more band set lying around here, or one more pouch lying around here. Yes, I do. I got two of them. Let's try a couple of sets with this stuff. Let's see how it goes. I think first things first, though, I got to check what the elongation is. Make sure that we're in that good range. That's no good. Marker in there or a pen? All right, we'll have to do it carefully. There we go. We got a couple of dots. We're going to check the elongation on this shit, see how it goes. What do you guys think? 6 times? I'm thinking 6. Oh, no. 7. Okay. Okay. I'm liking that. That's 7 times elongation. Let's dump all these guys off here. We'll cut a couple of band sets, and we'll try them out. See how these go. I actually bought this elastic for shooting long draw. Yo, Turtle, what's up, man? They're like to pull. I just kept getting hand slapped. Never had that with Cyan using 8mm steel. Yeah, Cyan's some good stuff, man. I was kind of surprised. It doesn't have the best longevity, I'll tell you that. But I will say it is a very good elastic. It's fast, good retraction rates. I like that I can. It has one of the lowest draw weights too out of the stuff that I've tried. Just cutting across the strip, and then using a 0.5 centimeter at the pouch, a 0.5 centimeter at the fork, and then a full centimeter at the pouch. And I did find that it shot really, really well, really, really fast, and yeah, no complaints from me on that case. We'll see how these guys do, and if we can get them outside in the cold and do a little testing with these. I thought these were 0.45. I don't think I ever bought 0.4 before. I think GZK Green, those green see-through bands were the first ones in 0.4 that I ever bought. I thought these were 0.4 or 0.5. I don't know. Maybe you guys know better than I do. go. Be interesting to see how these things shoot. I have a feeling maybe we'll put them onto a frame real quick and just see what the draw weight's going to be. I have some. Oh, there. I think I pushed back there. I have some. What do you call it? I had 0.65. I had point. Oh no, the other green one I'm thinking of is a Sunki, which I ended up throwing out because they were shooting fine in summertime. Good retraction rates, very fast, all good all around bands, but the longevity when shooting, especially in the cold, they would just pop on you in different spots too, which was kind of weird. Like, you know, sometimes you'll get like a little split or a cut in your band, and then slowly it grows and then it dies on you. Well, these would just fucking die on you. Like there was no warning. It was kind of weird. Anyway, I got fed up with that, having bands just blow up on me, and I gave it up. Probably one of the biggest disappointments of all bands that I've ever tried was those Truante ones from GZK Green, from GZK. They were the nice red band, beautiful looking band, and they had one of the nicest feeling draws I've ever felt in my life. And the first time I went out to shoot with them, I came out, shot with them, had problems. I had cut them really long. These feel like 0.5. These feel heavy. Let's see if we can get these onto a frame and pull them back. Let's stick them on the stick them on the what should we put them on? What do I want to shoot? Ah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's put them on the Avro. I got it in my hand. I'm missing shit in the chat here. My new favorite, I think it's Tritium. Nice. Mitch, what's up? Mr. Z. Have you tried the AK Velocity? Yes, I have. Very good bands. I think the next time I try out AK, though, I'm going to be going for a lighter. I think I got 0.5. I didn't see that they had any of the Velocity in 0.45 or 0.4 when I bought it at the time. Maybe I just didn't check, and I don't know. But usually I go for 0.45. That's my go-to, especially for summer shooting. I think it'll be my winter band now that I'm shooting 1/4-inch steel. Yeah, these precise bands, they got this weird baby shit green looking thing to them. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Well, there's one side done. Got to keep an eye on the time. All right, so let's see how these feel. First of all, now they're in a frame. Not bad. They feel kind of snappy though. Where'd my scale go? Well, I lose that fucking thing again just by shoveling everything around. I think I did. Where'd it go? I got 100 frames on my table. Here it is. Got 100 frames on my table. All right, folks. Let's hear it. Let's check that draw weight, see what we're at. Put in your guesses right now. Let's see. What's the draw weight? I'm going to say 6.2. $5.8. Anybody else? 6, 5.6, 6.1. I said 6.2. What's up, Jessica? 7.2. 7.6. Here we go. 6.4. 6.4 pounds. I have to think that these things have to be around 0.45 or 5. What's up, Logan?
No more ISO.
No more?
No.
How come?
She's still coming over, just no more ISO.
At what time?
A little bit sooner, but not much difference.
She's just going to come over?
Yeah.
We're not leaving anywhere?
Nope.
Do you clean off the deck?
No, but I will.
Okay. Everything else is good?
What?
Everything else is good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stay here then. All right. All right, folks. Things have changed. ATO's sticking around. We got some news. You're probably some 0.45, I think. It's kind of like a candy apple red or a green or candy or what do you call it? The green apple color or something. I just don't have the box that goes with it, so I don't know what size it is anymore. And I've had it for a long time. I bought it for long draw. It's 4.5, eh? Yeah, that's what I thought. I could probably get away with the 1812 on this. All right, you know what we're gonna do? I've got one more here. Let's do an 1812 and see what we get with this. And let's have a look. We'll put these onto a set and we'll see what's up. And we'll see what the draw weight is on these. I have a feeling. I have a feeling if we're at 6.4, right? I said if we're at 6.4, I think with the 1812, we could probably drop it down to like 5.3, maybe 5.5. That's what I'm thinking. And that would be a little bit better. I think we shoot a little bit better in the cold with them. Where'd that fucking bag go? Look. All right, let's leave it there for now. We'll put this on there. Toxic yellow. Yeah, it's pretty toxic if you ask me. It's fucking gross. It's an ugly, ugly color. Yeah. Yo, Junior, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm trying to get through all my oddball elastic. I've got a lot of different brands here that I'm just trying to get through. The all my Gong Chi elastic has gotten old to the point where it's like turning this weird browny yellowy color. It looks like it's I don't know, it looks fucking gross, but the Omega Green 0.45 is still way up there, or they are right at the top for me at this moment. We'll have to do a little bit of testing with that and see what's up. But until I absolutely need any more elastic, I just can't order any. I'm not fucking paying, like double my, or paying the same amount for my order as I am for fucking taxes. So I can't do that anymore. So I'm going to use up all the oddball elastic I got kicking around. And then the next time I make an order for elastic coming out of the US, it's going to be a big fucking a big fucking order, so I don't have to worry about it again for a long time. How old am I? I'm 50. Any of you guys follow this guy? His name is Corey B. Corey B on Instagram. You guys know who I'm talking about? He's a comedian. And I think him and his wife try out Corey B and Alicia. He does a Corey B himself, and he does Corey and Alicia together. They try out these recipes and stuff on that they find online. He's kind of funny. If you like something, he'll twerk. And his wife always falls down. But I tried one of their recipes the other night. They had a mac and cheese with curry in it, with Japanese curry in it. No joke. It was one of the best mac and cheeses I've ever had in my life. It was really fucking good. Corey B and Alicia. There we go. That feels pretty good. Let's put this on the... You know what? We're gonna put these on the Spitfire. Let's put these on the Spitfire and see how they shoot. Yo, what's up, Mrs. Hicks? Caitlin in the house. Yeah, so I tried that recipe today. I've had it saved on my phone for like I don't know, 3-4 weeks, and I just hadn't tried it. And I tried it today for breakfast, and it was fucking good. The only difference I did is I added a little bit of chicken, shredded chicken to it, so it's like a curry mac and cheese with chicken in it. And it's really, really good. Really good. Yeah, but the until I get everything everything kind of gets squared away with these with all these tariffs and taxes and shit that we're paying for in Canada. I can't bring in things. Even in China at this point, they're starting to nail us with tariffs and stuff, and not so much. I haven't noticed anything on the elastic yet, but we did have one moment where Canada Post was down and they were busting us for tariffs, but it's getting way too expensive. If I had to choose one, I would choose my Avro, hands down. That's this one right here. That's my favorite and best shooter, and my design. I love it. All right. So we had 6.4 pounds on the... Oh, that's definitely lighter. We had 6.4 pounds on the 22 to 14 taper. Let's go ahead and try the 18 to 12 taper. Let's see what your picks are in the chat. Let's bust them out there, guys. I'll give it like a minute or so. 5.3, 5.2. What else we got going on? Any other takers? Let's see what we got. 5.1, 5.8, 5.6. Here we go. Let's draw her back. I'm going to go with 5.4. Are you ready? Let's get a drum roll, please. Kyle got it. 5.1. 5.1. That's nice. That's a nice draw. That's less than that's less than South Wales Caddies and Simple Shot. 5.1. Well, we're gonna have to shoot those. We're definitely gonna have to shoot those. I think the precise 0.4 came in at 4.6. 4.6 or 4.8. We were under 5. That was pretty damn good. Guess how much cost Spin Trap with the shipping to my country is, Mark? Oh, dude, I know how much it is to mine, and it's really fucking expensive, dude. I think for me to buy one here, it was going to cost something like with the exchange. I can't remember the price at the time. I think it was like $120 or something like that. It was going to wind up being like $160 or $165, and it was almost the same for shipping. $247? Is that just for the shipping, or is that for the whole kit and caboodle? I already told you, Jessica, how old I was. I have a couple slingshot styles. William, I have a couple slingshots that style. How do you set them up for draw weight and length? Which style do you have? Something like this? Similar like this? So draw weight and length has nothing really to do with your frame. So you can pretty much eliminate this. It doesn't really matter. $100 in shipping costs. Damn. Yeah, fuck. Tell me about it. It was over $100 for me in Canada. It was about the same price. Shit. It was about the same price as the thing itself. It was ridiculous, really. I ended up having mine sent to me by an awesome dude. But where the fuck did I put the plastic bag for this thing? Okay, well, let's leave this here for now. We won't go searching, go crazy, looking for shit. Yeah, it's only the catch box. Yeah, I know. 149 USD, which winds up being like 6,000 Canadian because our dollar's shit. It was really bad. Okay, where the fuck did that bag go, man? I want to put this elastic away. That's my 0.45. This is my 0.4. The rest of that 0.4 of precise is going to go to my pickle forks. And possibly, I'm not sure how I'm going to shoot that snapshot when it arrives. If I'm going to shoot it as a... Okay, for real. What the fuck, man? All right, fuck it. So, here's what you're going to do. Call the 403. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to check your draw length. So basically what you do is you grab a slingshot. And grab a slingshot. There's a couple ways you could do this to make things easy, but I usually put it on here and I add on whatever is missing to the fork where the elastic starts. And I draw to where I'm going to shoot to, like that. And I look at my finger. So I'm 29.5 inches is my draw length. Okay. Now that you know that, what I do is I convert it into centimeters, which is like a 74.6 or something like that. I have it written down on my box. For some reason, I can never remember what it is. 79.6 centimeters. Now, I don't know if you were here when I tested out the elastic to see what the draw length was what the elongation was gonna be. But basically, what I do is I'll grab myself a Sharpie like this. I do a couple of lines on my elastic like that. That's 1 centimeter apart, and then I stretch it as far as I can go. And when I did that, I got times 7. So I did. It has a ratio of 7. So from 1 centimeter, it stretches out to 7 centimeters, which is pretty damn good. You get a good, you get some good zip on there at that elongation. Oh man! And what you're going to do is you're going to divide your draw weight or draw length by 7, and that'll give you your active band length. Your active band length is, let's see, is the distance between here and here with no stress on the elastic. So it's just hanging loose. So you want to check the distance from where it attaches to your fork to here. Now, you can't attach that to your fork, so it won't reach your length, and it won't tie on a pouch. So you got to add on about a half centimeter at the tip for a clip frame, or a full centimeter for a wrap and tuck, and a centimeter down at the bottom. So let's say your overall draw length. Do I do full draw or butterfly? I've messed around with it, yeah. So if you want to get your active band length, add a centimeter to the tip for your pouches, and add a half centimeter here for that. That's a maxed out band set. I usually add a little bit more for your draw weight. Now, as you're adding on that extra, so you can go from say 130. Let's say your active band length is 125. So you have 135, 140 with a maxed out band set. So what I would typically do is I'd add in 1/2 centimeter or 5 millimeters. And that would make the bands stretch to my anchor point, like this one. Just to show you real quick. Stretch to here and give me a little bit of extra. You see that? I got a little extra there. So your bands are going to last longer and you're going to shoot better. And you'll shoot better because the draw weight's less. Now, what I suggest you do is test one out and then slowly kind of dial it back. You can add more or add less to how you want to set up your shot. It takes a little bit of testing, but you'll get there. How tall am I in feet? What do you mean 33.5 centimeters? 135 millimeters. My bad. Yeah, 135 millimeters. I had precise on my PFS 4, my dead cool PFS 23 to 14 active, 33.5 centimeters. That's fucking long, man. That's like this. That's long. So I started using 9 millimeter. What was the oh, you're shooting 8 millimeter steel. 2314. What bands were you using? 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. What were you using for your draw? Madani. My full draw is 170 centimeters. Oh, those precise 0.45s, eh? Wow. Wow, with a draw that long, man? Psh, shit. That's crazy. 170 centimeters. I wonder what the fuck that is in inches. That's long. That's really long. I also tried 0.4. So even with the 0.4, you still got hand slap? 67 inches. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so you can imagine, just to give you an idea there, Madani, when you stretch out, when you're shooting a longer draw, even if you're not maxing out your bands and you're using a smaller elastic, you're still going to shoot faster than anybody shooting long draw, even with a maxed out band set. Because you've got way more time for the acceleration. You got more time under tension, is how I call it. So as you let go of that shot, it's accelerating all the way through until you've reached your active band length, and even then some. It's probably still speeding up a little bit. I did a little bit of testing at one point with a chronograph, and I shot with the chronograph right in front of my frame, and then I shot it again with it about 3 or 4 paces in front of my frame. So I was shooting through it at a distance, and I had found that I was still picking up a little bit of speed as it left my fork. So you can imagine with your draw length, which is like fucking crazy, you must be accelerating an obscene amount of speed. So typically with a 0.4, with a 0.4 band set shooting long draw, I would actually shoot 9.5 millimeter steel with that elastic. I don't know. I'm not a long draw shooter, but that's what I would do. You can ask the long draw shooters in the chat. I'm sure Hawk would give you his 2 cents on that. But I would think that if you're going to be shooting a 8mm steel or even 9mm steel, I think you would need something heavier because of your draw length. Yeah, and that's the thing is I just tested this elastic. This elastic is actually ×7. So you're not anywhere near a maxed out band set with a ×5. Imagine that. So yeah, I would probably 170 is an artillery. 23-14 is a lot for 8mm. Oh yeah, for sure. I would probably use like a 20-12 on that for 8mm. Maybe even 18-12. Yeah, 23-14. That's a really stanky band for what you're shooting. 16-10, 18-10 would be close to what you would want for 8mm steel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't have any that go down to 10. I only have my smallest one on the pouch end is 18-12, but that's what I would do. That's typically what I would shoot. I would just adjust my length to chill out the speed or the acceleration on that elastic at that point. But that's one of the things that I like about the that's one of the things I like about the .4 or all of these elastics really is you can, once you start messing with it and you start understanding how to trim it down. Yeah, 23-14 is like for 8mm lead. Yeah. There's my wasp. I got one of these guys. I gotta hang these guys up. And look at this. I got these things, these little squirrel bally things here from Cool Hand Luke. I'm thinking about hanging these up, but look how they did this. They got those little fishing snaps on there. I think that's a really cool, that's a nice touch. And that little squirrel ball, and I got this little tiny bastard here too that I got to hang up. I got to shoot that thing bad. But I think that'll be a pretty cool setup. I definitely will be. We can get that set up real easy, snap it on there, and just lay waste to everything in front of me. I think that's what we're going to do in that catch box. Maybe we should do that today. Fuck, we're going to do all kinds of things today, guys. We're going to chat. We're going to make bands. We're going to test draw weights. And we're going to make some freaking targets. I don't know which catch box we're going to shoot them in, but we're going to shoot them in the catch box somewhere. And that fucking plastic bag that I had just vanished. It's gone. That's those simple shot touches. What the fuck did I do with that thing, man? All right. In here, I got some shock cord. In here, I got some hooks. What do you figure I should do? I'll put them both on the same string. I could see your band jig. Or can I see your band jig? That's right here. It's my band jig. I got a bunch of these little wrap and tuck tools that I got from Leon. Very, very nice. This is the best band jig you can buy. The best by far in the world, in my opinion. I love this thing. Jimpoo is very hot. I think it's barely over 500%. So at that elongation, that was a lot of band. Oh, yeah. I got a little bit of Jimpoo lying around here still. I think I've got some .45 and 5. I gave up on the .5. I was getting odd snaps. You just break randomly like that. So I gave up on that. I won't be shooting that shit anymore. I might give the 4.5 another shot. Where can I get that band jig? It's pretty much sold all over the place at this point. I've seen it on Amazon, Omega Slings. I think even Simple Shot has it at this point. I'm pretty sure. So you can pretty much find it all over the place if that's what you're looking for now. The first place I ever saw it was on ATO Slings, but they're just about everywhere at this point, and it's good because it's a really, really good. It's a really, really good. It's my favorite, actually, by far. My band tying jig. I love it. All right, let's get this guy tied up. Put a couple of knots in the cord. Helps out quite a bit. There we go. So that'll hit and give us a good little spin. And then I'll make sure that's kind of like that. Tie the first knot here. We'll be able to center it all up a little bit after. Slingshot has it? Yeah, they do. Put the little one on there. See how that'll. Might have to bring this guy in just a little bit. If I only had to keep one frame, I've already answered that one a bunch of times today, but I will do it one more time. And if I had to keep one frame, only one, it would be the one that I can't find right now to show you because that's how my life goes. I just fucking had it here. It's my ATO. My Avro would be the first, and it's my one, my only, I guess we can call it. If I happen to find it again here, I'll show it to you, but I don't know what the fuck's going on with my life right now. I can't. If I'm looking for something, it just vanishes right in front of my fucking eyes, just like that. Boom. Oh yeah, you're looking for something? Gone. No, when the weather gets really, really cold, I just cowboy the fuck up and I shoot outside. It's pretty much what I do. There we go. That'll hang nicely in the old catch box. Get a good spin on those things. Those things are gonna rock and roll real nice, man. I'm digging that. And we're pretty well set up there. We'll get these little guys tied on there with a constrictor knot. And we should be good to go. So for all you guys out there that are doubting these constrictor knots, I promise you, once you get good at it and you're not afraid to tie it too tight and you just wrap them around and give them hell, you'll notice real quick that the constrictor knot is freaking legendary when it comes to knots. I've actually used it to tie down shafts in the back of a pickup truck. 200-300-pound shafts while I'm at a machine shop, and the guy's looking at me like, "You don't have any straps?" I'm like, No. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna tie it down with this rope here, and I do a constrictor knot at one end, this constrictor knot at the other, and I put it through the D loops on the inside, and I do a trucker's hitch to finish her off, and forget about it. That shit ain't moving anywhere. And when I get it to the place, everyone's looking at me like I've done some kind of voodoo. Like, how the fuck you untie this, bro? Like, it's no problem. Here, this is how you do it. I show them how to untie it, and they're freaking out. Because once you untie the trucker's hitch, and you, it's kind of hard to untie the constrictor knot. But what you can do is just slide them right off the ends after. They just slip right off the ends. And when you have the shaft in there, it doesn't move left, doesn't move right, doesn't move up, doesn't move down. It's just wild. And I've got a couple of variations that I use on the regular with rope tying things up like the constrictor knot or the trucker's hitch. Sometimes I'd put an extra loop in there so it acts like it kind of acts like a pulley or a winch. And when you release it, there we go. That looked pretty good. When you release it, you don't have to tug on it so much. You can pull it tight, and usually you just use your fingers and you pinch that. So you'll pull on this end, and then you pinch like this, and then you do your overhand loop and you tighten it up. What I've started doing is I'll wrap it one time around through the loop, and then I pull it down, and it works like a winch, and it works very, very good. You know what? It's just a little bit short. I might be able to hang it up in there. Maybe. That'll work pretty good though. Even in the small catch box. It'll give me something fun to shoot at. Do I shoot clays indoors? I don't really shoot indoors at all, bud. I build and collect. So I've got a bunch of slingshots that are in my collection that I shoot on the regular. And I also have some that I build. And for some reason, I can't find the one that I build anywhere at this moment. Oh, shit. Here's another one. There's lying around here. It's my little stinger, or whatever the fuck you call this thing from Fowler. Haven't shot that thing in a minute. I don't know where the fuck that went. Unless I put it away. It's possible I put it away. My PFX. That's my... Oh, here it is. I put it in the case. See what the cases do? Fuck cases. So this is mine. This is my build. This is what I make. My design. The Hornet. Stinger or Hornet. I don't know. That's it. And it's got the chunkier of the precise bands on there. And what do we put the other one on? What was the other frame? You guys remember? We put the other precise on there. Fuck, I don't know if it gets nicer outside. I might go out and shoot a little bit later if the weather cooperates. A prime fork. Yeah, I think it was a prime fork I put it on. Oh, it was. It was the Spitfire. It's right here. Yeah, that's Spitfire. So we came in pretty light on this one, 5.1. That's pretty nice. Is it hard to shoot? Honestly, man, I got a lot of slingshots up here that I shoot on the regular. And I had somebody comment yesterday saying that I'll never be able to hit anything if I'm always switching slingshots. And, the shooting that he saw me do that day, yesterday, was not the best shooting because it was I was outside with 0.4 bands that were cut for hot weather, and it was having problems. But what is the most expensive frame that I've bought? Good question. Most expensive frame that I bought. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. I forget how much I've paid for a lot of these things. I know I've paid around $200 and something, $220 or so for one. I've paid, yeah, I guess that's fair, around $230, something like that. Probably one of those with the exchange and everything for some of my sniper sling frames. Definitely the HGH is pretty up there too in price. With the exchange and shipping and everything like that, it was pretty high. The Cygnus, I know I paid 180 US for this one, 185 US for this one a bunch of years ago. Carbon fiber, that was pretty expensive. But I mean, that was quite a few years ago, so yeah. Do you carry a Ferrum when you're out and about? Yeah, I do. I do. I pretty much carry my Avro everywhere I go. I freaking love that frame, man. I keep it in my bag at going to work. It goes everywhere with me pretty much. It's just a lovely frame to shoot. And you never know. I mean, I've had people call me out at work and blah blah blah. You edit your videos and blah 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 and all that stuff. And I've had to prove myself a couple of times. Oh, really? Do you have a lighter? No, you don't. See you later. And I just walk away. Anything else? Anything else you want to call me on, bro? Yeah. I tried to convince my boss to let me come in with my slingshot and take care of the pigeon problem we have shitting all over our pipes. But they said no. They said no just in case I miss. But I mean, it is possible that I miss. I'm not saying it's not, but yeah, it would have been fun to go in there and take care of that issue that we're having. 0.45 precise. All right, we got this one labeled. Since we can't find the bag that it came in, it just fucking vanished. Like, fucking, I can't believe how it just vanished like that. Just gone. That's the 0.4. I wonder if I just threw it in here by accident while I was putting shit away. No. Nope. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. Got that. Got my wrap and tuck strands kind of pre-cut, ready to go with the precise. Yeah, I've got all these slingshots out too, which doesn't really help much. Here, I'll show you another one that I built. It's not my design. This one is a Leighton Strods and Caddies guy frame called the Skeleton. But I made this guy, and I was gifted a I can't remember if it was called an Edward's First coin or something like that, but I was gifted this coin. But look at this. Look at that. I made this guy. This is made out of raindrop carbon fiber with an Edward's First coin on there. That's a real legit coin. Was found in the dirt somewhere. But where this guy really shines is this. Look at that. Tell me that's not badass. That kind of looks like a like Deadpool's suit. I guess you could say. So I did a split core. So I cut the inside of it into 3, separated it with a black band, and then put a liner on either side and finished that off with a red liner on the inside, and then wrapped it up on the back end with some G10. Pretty badass, eh? Look at that. Fucking raindrop carbon fiber. No, I haven't tried it yet. I have 2 full giant rolls of Slingshot here. Wow, 100 likes, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I've got Slingshot 0.6 and I got 0.5 here, and it's not bad elastic, but I love this guy. I promised that I would never sell this because it's not my design. I don't have permission to do it. So I made one for myself. And my buddy found one of these bad boys lying in the dirt somewhere in the UK. And he sent me one of those. And I added that to the frame because it looked kind of plain. I was actually thinking about drilling a hole in there, putting a pinky hole in there. And then he sent me that coin. I'm like, fuck, you know what? That would look badass on a slingshot. And that looks pretty fucking cool, I think. That's my one of my absolute favorites, and probably one of my favorite builds. This is that core on the inside with the split core just looks fucking fantastic. I'm trying to find a way that I could do that with an Avro without screwing it up too much. But I've got a couple more Avros here, actually. I'll show you. This is one of the first ones I ever made with clips. So I've got this one. This is one of the first ones I ever made with clips. This is a complete micarta build. So it's got 5 layers, 2 red, 2 natural, and a black core inside. Came up pretty good. I was happy with that. Then I made this Natty. I call these half Natties because they've got like a natural fork. They got a natural fork with white liners. I kept it as paddock wood with white liners and a micarta core. It's very, very light, but holds fantastic, just like the other Avros do. It's got a great hold onto it, locks your hands right up close, but these bands are just stupid. I've got 0.65 South Wales caddies on here, or 0.6 South Wales caddies on here. I was shooting some big stinky bands, shooting some heavy ammo just to see how the frame held up to it, and it took it no problem. So then I made this guy. This is like my everyday shooter. It was kind of like a little bit of a screw up, I guess. I had a problem with my router. The bolt came loose on the routing bit, and the bit just rose right up on me and took a big chunk out of the side. Just when I was almost done the freaking thing too. It would have been definitely sellable. I had gone all the way around, got everything done. I was just coming back with my second pass to clean it up, and it made a crazy noise. I'm like, fuck no! And it screwed up on me. But besides that, the frame is perfect. So I kept this one as a backup for me. But you could see, how can I do this? There is a very slight difference in the thickness. It almost looks the same. Let's see if I can get this on a tape measure. This one, this one's 9/16 thick. And this one's slightly above, like maybe a 30-second past 9/16. I don't know what the deal is, but that little extra makes a difference in how I shoot it. I shoot this one better than the other one for some reason. That fucking feels good. That fucking feels good. And I may end up throwing this one into a raffle at some point. It's a nice looking frame. I just couldn't get the wood. The wood kind of stains the white, and I couldn't get it out. I scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it with a magic eraser and everything, just trying to get it to clean up, and I couldn't get it out. But yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. What do I think about 3D printed forks? As long as they'll hold up to the beating that a fork requires to be a good slingshot, then I have no problem with it at all. I know Tim's. Oh, this is another one here too. This one I'm going to be sending off to somebody though. This is going to be somebody's. This is a carbon fiber green slim that I have going on here, and this will be going off to a buddy of mine as a gift. He's an awesome dude. And it shoots real nice. It's more along the lines of his fork width. This one is it's like I guess we could say it's like an 88. Yeah, about an 88. Let's see this one here. That's an 80. Supposed to be an 88. That's like an 87. This one's a 90. So yeah, you can see the difference. It's a little bit bigger. Yeah. But that one's going to be going off to a buddy. It's a little bit. I know he's shooting more 85 these days, but I know he likes his toxic green. So this one's going to be going to him. But it's another really good shooter. That one's going to a good buddy of mine. We'll get these guys put back. All the Avros go in there. And get rid of some of these at least. And that's that one. That's that one. And there should be, that one's got to go in there too. I don't know where the other one, oh, there's that one. All my beagles. That one can go in there. Oh, that's beagle. Beagles. Cygnus going there. Vector, Sirius. Beagle. I got a beagle to go in there. Oh, get some of these put back. I got fucking slingshots all over the place now. But it'll be interesting to, there's the other Cygnus I was looking for, to get these all settled up and put away. And I think in the catch box outside off the deck, I'll hang these guys up on the top. And I've got my blue 25er lying around here somewhere from Wasp. I just finished repairing it because I lost one of the hooks on the side. So we'll get that guy hung up in that catch box too, and we'll put a beating at this guy on the top. And that'll be the two that I shoot at for the next little while. Trying to get dialed in. But it should be pretty decent, I think. Shooting some tough to hit targets along with a somewhat tough to hit target. It should be fun. Yeah, fucking everybody's sick around me. Fucking everybody at work. Oop. I unplugged you for a second. You can't hear me, can you? Boo. There we go. I should be back. A raptor. Oh, the raptors. Yeah, I haven't shot a raptor. I'd like to get one though. Yeah, actually, I have some right here. I got this little guy. I'm planning on messing around with this thing. I got a couple pieces like this that I want to mess around with and see how that goes. That's no problem, Ron. That's everybody starts there, dude. When I first got started shooting, I was shooting a lot of small stuff. I forced myself to shoot small targets just to get. You'll see it in my quest for accuracy video. I had when I first started off my channel, I had a quest for accuracy video. I did 50 shots only, and I calculated all the hits. And I did that for the first. I think I did it for 2 weeks straight. It was a lot of fucking shooting, a lot of video editing. I was going to try to do it for a month and see where I could wind up, but it was just too much work. Video editing, shooting the video. Every time I'd miss, I would change the angle until I hit, and then change the angle, and then whatever. And I think my first time at a 50 shots, I think I hit 8 times, which I was happy with on the 30 mil flipper. And then I just worked my way up to, I think my best, I think I had recorded on that was like 30 or something, or 35, somewhere around there. My latest best that I've done is 45. So I'm like fucking missed 5 shots out of 50, which is fucking wild. I haven't been able to match that again, unfortunately. So we'll see if I can get dialed in to get there at another time. Who does custom wrap and tuck Raptors? That's not RCC. No way. Can't be. What's the cheapest frame I've bought? The cheapest frame that I've ever shot was free. I'll show you. Where'd I put it? It's not up here. Where'd I put it? No. 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 This right here is the cheapest frame I've ever fucking bought. This was a tree fork that I cut out of a tree myself. And it was an old ash tree full of wormholes. You can see all the holes in it. See that? And I wanted to get a sparrow. I wanted to make a sparrow that looks like the one that Fowler shot. So I carved out this sparrow. And I did some shooting with it. And I've got some... See? So I carved this guy out of a piece of ash, and it cost me absolutely nothing but time. And it shoots really, really good, man. I've got a couple of card cut videos with this guy, a couple of card cut videos, and I shot long draw too with it. So what is my favorite natty? Oh, that one's easy. Check this out. I've got two really, really nice ones. Actually, three really, really nice ones. I'll show you the three, but I'll show you which one's my favorite. So, I got this one from Tony Caneston, which has a broken band set on it. But this one right here is my absolute favorite. I can kill with this thing. It is made for me to shoot and smash everything I'm pointing at with. It's one of my absolute best shooters. I love it. This is my favorite natty right here. I have another one from Tony Caneston that's absolutely beautiful. It's a real chunky bitch. Look at that. This one's really, really nice too. And I shoot pretty good with it. Not quite as good as the other one, but pretty good. And I like the fact that I get my hands really up close to those forks. It just holds great. It fills your whole hand perfectly. Tony did amazing work on this thing. One of my other favorites. Now, keep in mind, I said my first favorite was that one. But this one right here, Thunder Sniper. Gotta go. Take it easy, bro. This one here was made by my buddy Shades over in the UK, and he sent me this beauty. This one, it's got a cool little, like a Roman brooch thing kind of nailed into the bottom of it. It's a fucking cool. It's a cool slingshot. I went outside and did some shooting with this thing, and I think I hit 7 out of 10 on a 12 millimeter flipper with this thing. I think that's what it was. And it's pretty wild because the fork width on this thing is huge. It's like 100 and something. 105, I think. Yeah, 107. 107 millimeters. It's really, really wide. And if it like, you know, you're holding on to something. But man, I shot really, really well with this. But out of all my natties, this one right here, this little guy, the weird looking little fella, is probably my favorite natty of all time. It just holds and shoots so well. It's ridiculous. That's it. Armin, I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing? So anybody that's out there that thinks that you need to have some kind of super duper slingshot to shoot well, it's bullshit. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a slingshot to shoot well. You can just cut yourself a tree branch, whittle it down until it starts feeling like it fits you. And when you start shooting point on, that's when you stop cutting it. Put it in your band grooves, tie her up, and let's go. And let me tell you, it's definitely a good way to shoot. Here's another one that I got. This is called, anybody know what this is called? It's a GZK frame. I haven't shot in it in a while, and I forget what it's called at this point, but anybody? This was one of the original ones. I think how they make them, this was originally designed as a takedown slingshot. So you could actually take this apart, pull the top piece right off of it, and have it in two separate spots. But this guy is called the... Anybody know? Anybody know? I think this is originally the design from Andrew's brother, Indra. I think it's him who designed this thing, and GZK made it. Fuck, what's it called? I know too. I just can't remember the fucking name of it. It's kind of a cool chalice style frame. Holds really, really well. Locks up close to your hand. I did end up having to wrap it. Smoked. That's it. Fucking good one, Randy. Randy. Always count on Randy. He's fucking sharp with that shit. It's the smoked. I had this guy for a long time. I got this guy when it first came out. Shoots and holds really, really nice. The only thing is with the giant chunk of titanium that it does get a little bit slippy in the heat. So you do have to kind of set it up. But this was one of those frames that made me realize I really like to get my hands up close to those forks. And I really love the pointiness of it. I just wish it was squared off at the top. I find these really, really sharp swooping forks, they do something weird to my bands that I don't really like when I'm trying to aim down them. But for the most part, that's why I got rid of my S90. I gave that one to Chuck and Steel. The S90 was a great slingshot, pretty much brand new. But I like my fork tips to be a 90 degree, not beyond that. I'm very picky when it comes to that. But smoked. GZK smoked. What's so special about the Evo? The Evo is a good frame, man. It's a good slingshot. It's a classic design. Shoots great. I got one here. I'll show it to you. I've got two that are similar. I guess you can call them cousins. One of them is called the Smoked. The Smoked. What an ass hat. One of them is called the Evo. So there's a couple of things that make the Evo special. So we've got a goblet style frame, which is kind of nice. It seems to be my bread and butter. I like the goblet style frames. They're pretty nice. So goblet style frame, it's got a good weight to it, so it feels pretty good in your hand. It's pretty much indestructible. I've hit this thing 1, 2, 3 times with 9.5 millimeter steel and 0.66 GZK green. Hey, Mark, we can talk about that frame if you want. Which frame are you talking about, Z? Later? Oh, about the smoked? About this one? So I hit this thing 3 times with a 9.5 millimeter steel with GZK green, maxed out, and that's all it did to it. You see that tiny little dot right there? One there. There's one here that hit right on the corner, and one up here on the fork tip. That was just because of me doing stupid shit. I was holding the thing in my hand like this. I was throwing a can up in the air and then shooting it, trying to hit it out of the sky. And I was kind of like, just letting them rip. And I just broke my bands or they untied. But that's what happened. And basically, I frame hit my fork a bunch of times. But it's kind of cool. It's got the thing with the Evo is it's set up so you can actually point your hand forward. So you're keeping a more neutral wrist thing instead of cocking it back like this, which can give you a bit of a wrist pain. You can actually point it forward, and you use your forearm to keep it more steady, and you can stretch it up forward with the slanted tips. It really does help with that a little bit. That's kind of nice. The Evo is pretty good. I like the frame. It's good. It's just a little bit too wide for me. But I think the best thing I like out of these is the HGH. So the Evo and the HGH have the same forks. Exact same style, same thing. This one's clipped, this one's wrap and tuck. It's the only difference. The bottom part of the handle. Now, on the Evo, I had found that the handle with the knurling and stuff in there was a little bit rough on the hand, so I put a wrap on it. I have a video of this wrap if you want to see how I did it. So it's a wrap with a lanyard. Sets up your hand pretty nice. You can hold it up there pretty good. Came out pretty decent. Gives you a good grip, and it actually has that bump or that thick part that actually fills up your hand quite nice. So I've got a pretty damn good video of that. So the difference is that if anybody has seen a Stanley or the Hedgerow Hunter, this was a co-design between Matt Redding and Wayne Martin, two absolute legends in the slingshot community. Matt had the Hedgerow Hunter, which had this Stanley style handle on his. So, or the heavy hitter heavy hitter. Ah, fuck, I can't remember what he called his frame, but he had the heavy. I think it was the heavy hitter. It was his design with the Stanley style handle with a similar style fork. But him and Wayne put together the HGH, which is the Hedgerow Hunter, which is this. It's got the heavy hitter handle with the Evo forks. Now, what I didn't like about the wrap and tuck version is you see how the top part of the fork tips are rounded, then it has the slant. I find this caused me to shoot to the left a lot. The heavy hitter, or the HGH, has that same thing, but where the clip attaches to it, it's actually, you actually got that. Where the bands attach, it actually attaches with the thing. So you can actually, on the slant, you actually have the proper thing to point forward. This thing shoots dead straight for me, even though it has the exact same forks as the other one, but it's just from where you attach the elastic. So I'm a big fan of the HGH and a fan of the Evo. Fuck yeah. But if I had to pick between the two, this one all day. This one was here. And we'll put this one here. But really, you can't go wrong with either one of those. A butterfly full draw kiss? Yeah, I've done it live a couple of times and put a nice little slice in my face. Fatty, what's up? Yeah, it'll be interesting to mess around with these a little bit. See if I could dial in this elastic. Shooting the precise might be pretty nice. Get rid of that elastic too, because I'm just about out of the precise cyan 0.4. And I really like that elastic. That'll definitely go into my rotation. And God bless you too. But I've got a lot of good frames out there that are just itching for some testing with that 0.4. And the 0.4 is kind of interesting. I find it makes me focus a little bit more on my release. When I start smoothing out my release on that, I shoot that great. Here's a fun target to look at. Look at that. nice pair of balls to shoot at. It's funny. I don't really know if this is 0.4 or 0.5 anymore. I can't tell. I've had this elastic for a long time, like a long time, maybe 4 years. I don't know if it's 0.45. I don't remember buying 0.4 ever until I bought GZK Green, which I already had this for a long time before then, so I couldn't tell you. Nuts. Yeah, pair of nuts. I got the baby version of nuts in my catch box right now. They're in there, but I just find it a little bit tough to put the right clip on there. The 0.45 is a bit darker. I have both. I think I bought these from slingshooting.com. I could probably go back and look at my old purchases and see what size it was. I know there was one point that I bought some bands to test, and they sent me some samples to try, but they were a little bit too short for me to shoot at. Yeah, I probably could. I just don't have a caliper here. I've got them at work though. I could bring them in. I got a Vernier and a micrometer at work. I can try them both and see which ones are more close. I may bring it into work tomorrow and test it out and see what the deal is. Yeah, that would be a good plan, actually. I have a caliper in my garage, but the battery's dead. Hi, can I please join the live? Sure, if you're in the live, you're in the live. is much lighter. Yeah, this is heavy, man. This, well, not heavy, but it should be lighter, I think, the 0.4 than the 5.1. It feels like a 0.45. I know the 0.45 Omega Slings is around the same draw weight. The 0.45 or the 0.4 fuck, it might be 0.4, man. I don't know. I have to measure it. This one came out to 5.1. 5.1 on the draw with the 18 to 12. Yeah, and this one here I've got is 22 to 14 to see how that works in the wind, in the wind and the cold. And this one was 5.4, right? Came out to 5.4. Yeah, I'll have to mess around with them and see which ones I like better. Did you read hi? Can I please join the live right now? Like, what do you mean join the live? You're in the live right now. You're chatting with me. You want to do like a co-live with me? I can't do it now. It's impossible. What was the stretch ratio? 7. It was a 7 stretch ratio. Yeah. Piece or pieces. What's up, man? Catapults. My thumb. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's going to be fun to put these in the catch box. I think I'm going to go do that today. I'll set this guy up. Should probably clean it up first. I'll hit it with a wipe of some kind, get the rust off of it. And then we'll hang up the squirrel balls. The squirrel ball and the chipmunk ball. I'll have a go with these guys. It should be fun. I might be able to get this one in the spin trap. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you can't do that right now, Megan. Sorry. I would have to set that up before. I got some pouches coming in that Andrew Axum has made. I'm going to get a band set or two set up of those, and we're going to do a cool live together at some point. He said he put them in the mail, so they should be here not too long. I'm hoping. And that'll be fun to hang out with Andrew. He's a freaking awesome dude, and that'll be pretty badass, so we'll get that done. What else we got going on? Got a few other things going on that might be kind of interesting. I've got a bunch of people I want to have on here and have some fun with. You have both versions with that color of precise 0.4 and 0.45 mark. Yeah, I think they both come in that thing. I'm pretty sure I have the 0.45. I'm pretty sure. The 0.4, I wasn't buying 0.4 when I got those elastics, so I'm pretty sure they're 0.45. But I've got some other elastic in here that's slightly different. I got my it's my 0.5. I got some 0.5 simple shot in there I got to get through. I've got 0.45 Falcon that looks a lot like the Slingshot or the Owls Championship bands, which are pretty fast too, by the way. Anybody ever tried those? I think this is 0.45 BSB. Got some South Wales Caddies. 0.62 GZK Orange. South Wales Caddies 0.65. 0.54 GZK Green. 0.66 GZK Green. This is 0.5 Falcon White. I got some BSB 0.45 of the yellow. That might be fun to try out. You might need to get through those two and see Oh, I got some more BSB 0.45. These actually might be the 0.45. The other one might be something else. Might be 0.5. I can't remember. I really, really like the 0.45. I should probably get those onto a caliper too to see what thickness those are. It's my 0.45 gin poop. Precise 0.65, one of my favorite bands for 9.5 millimeter steel. Precise 0.5, absolutely 0.5. Full row of that. This is 0.65. The fuck's it called? 0.65. What's that stuff that they sell on Dankung? It's a white elastic, pretty heavy. They were talking about it being the bee's knees for the longest time. I got this off the South Wales Caddies though. Anybody know? Shishu. Fucking right. There we go, Junior. And one of my all-time favorite elastics, 0.55, if I'm ever going a little bit heavier. Nah, it's a Shishu. He got it right. And South Wales Caddies 0.55. Amazing elastic. So I got all that elastic sitting in there. I gotta eat up. I'll probably end up sending some heavier elastic out to people who pick up some slingshots if they're interested in that, just to get rid of some of the rolls because I got a bunch of shit. And just to keep you in mind here, I've got a drawer full of elastic here with precise sniper sling, Omega slings, South Wales Caddies, a little bit of tubes. Here's another one, South Wales this is AK 650. Not a huge fan of this, but I really like the AK Velocity. AK Velocity is good elastic. It's right here. AK Velocity 0.5. See, at the time I bought this, they only had 0.5, 0.6, and 0.7. So if they have 0.4 coming out, I'm definitely going to try it because the 0.5 is really good. It's just that the draw length was a little bit on the heavier side for the speed that you're getting, but the elastic lasts forever. Anybody out there looking to get their hands on some AK Velocity and they want to get the best bang for their buck, like elastic that's going to last a really, really long time, AK Velocity is way up there with some of the top lasting bands I've tried. And that goes along with, man, I guess we could talk about the Simple Shot lasts a long time, and so does Omega Slings. Sniper Sling Yellow is good stuff, man. I like that elastic too. I like it quite a bit. The 0.4 is fucking fabulous. I love that elastic. I got some right here. The 0.4 is in there. It's good, really good stuff. Man, Junior, you were quick on that Shishu there, buddy. You must be a Shishu shooter. just saying Shishu shooter sounds like I'm talking Chinese almost. Yep, those are not bad either. Those are the 18 to 12 I got going on for the Simple Shot. Yo, Wesley, what's up? Living the dream, buddy. Living the dream. Yeah, Sniper Sling Yellow is some pretty damn good stuff, though, man. It's one of my favorite all-time elastics. I've tried the black and the green. Green performed really good, but I couldn't get the longevity out of it. The 0.4 lasted quite a long time. Shooting that stuff, I'm a big fan of that elastic. It's good, really good. It also has the same issue as the 0.5, though. In the cold, it doesn't really do that well in the cold. So in the case of shooting quarter range, I would just bump it up to 0.5, still cut my 18 to 12, and I should be fine with that. The Falcon. Yeah, I got some Falcon lying around here too. What What did I say my Falcon was? 0.5? I had two of them. I had two different Falcons. Yeah, it's 0.5 I had. I had this one and I had another one. But I don't know what I've done with the other one. I think I might have given it away or just tossed it. I tried two different models of it. One of them was 2 colors and one of them was 1 color, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I don't know where the other one's gone, but yeah, I don't know where the other one's gone. Oh, it's right here. This is the other one with the 2 colors. That's it. Yeah, that's a 0.45 Falcon. The white, though, the white Falcon, it was a little bit on the slow side when I tested it out, but the draw was beautiful on it. Yeah, they didn't have it when I bought it. They had velocity 0.45. I got to try that stuff and see how it works out. Works good with 1/4 inch, but you have to leave them long, orange, and white. What are we talking about here? What did I miss? Hold on. What's the best cold weather latex? Wesley, I have tested a lot of elastic. I've tried it in the cold and the hot and the heat. A bunch of my reviews, actually, if you ever check them out, you'll see a bunch of my reviews. I've done some warm weather shots and cold weather shots. It's hard to do that if I'm doing it from home. If I'm doing it indoors in summertime, I can't shoot it in the cold. Obviously, I have to shoot it in the hot only. But when I tested it in the wintertime, I would do that, and then I would come inside and I'd shoot a couple of shots into a catch box when my wife wasn't home and see how it shot, and it shot considerably faster. It's about 30 to 50 feet per second, depending on the temperature outside. It's going to shoot quicker around that 20-degree mark versus the -10 mark. So it's a big difference in speed. I've tested the cold weather bands also. I don't find it's all that great. The cold weather bands, I've tried Precise, I've tried GZK, and there's a third one I've tried. I didn't find any difference at all, except for the draw weight was a little bit bigger. As for longevity or whatever it is, it made no difference. The Falcon orange and white. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So probably the elongation's a little bit shorter. It probably does like 5.5 or something, or a 6 maybe. So you have to cut them a little longer. That would make sense. Yeah, but I think that's going to be pretty much the plan. Is I'm going to be doing I'll be doing some tests with the elastic, see how everything works out. So far, I will be going back towards the bands that'll be doing. From what I hear, Omega Slings might be coming out with a 0.4, which is going to be pretty good. I'll be definitely trying those. The 0.45 green Omega Slings is probably my favorite band to date. We'll keep shooting those for a little while, see how everything goes. Other bands that'll be going into my permanent rotation, though, is going to be the the Sniper Sling 0.4 will definitely go into my permanent rotation, and the Precise Cyan 0.4 is definitely going to go in my permanent rotation. I freaking love that elastic. It's good. So typically, Wesley, just to finish up that thought, I got all ADD on you there, but typically what I do is I just go up in size. So if I'm shooting 0.5 and it gets really cold, like hits that -10 or worse, I'll bump it up to 0.6, shooting 8mm steel. The 0.4 I'm going to have to experiment a little bit with. I was shooting 18 to 12, and I was shooting a little bit low yesterday, and I was around the -1, -3 degrees area. So I'm going to drop that down to, I'll probably bump that up to 0.45 and maybe 0.5 with an 18-12 when it gets really, really cold. And we'll see how it goes from there. But I have no doubt that it's going to be okay with the 1/4-inch steel that I'm shooting today. Yeah, I was thinking, guys, I wanted to see what your thoughts are. I mean, on the Avros, I was thinking about the place that I was getting my maker's marks from. They do a 6, 8, and a 10 size. I was buying the 8. I think maybe a 10 in this might look a little bit better inside. I think it might look better. I think I might do that. You have a 2-story house. Yes, I do. It's actually 3 stories. I got a basement too. It's not a very big house though. It's a lot smaller than it seems, but it's good for the 3 of us. Yeah, this is my little sling cave. My little office where I used to do all kinds of things, and I'd come in here and work out and do my slingshot stuff and all kinds of stuff. But we had problems with our air conditioner this year, and I didn't have money to fix it, so I bought a little cheapie, and I have it sitting here right in the middle of the room, which I got to probably take down at this point and drain and whatever. But yeah. I was lucky though, Noah, when I bought my house. It was a new build in a new area, and the houses were really cheap at the time, so I was able to pick it up. But if I was to sell this house today and buy another house, I'd be living in a fucking trailer in my country. I'd be living in a fucking trailer. I wouldn't be able to afford a home now. I'm lucky. Luckily, I got a home when I could. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. I bought this house back in 2007. So a house like this today, a house that I live in today would go for like $600 and something thousand or more. And it's like, I've got like one of the smallest houses on the block. Yeah, I have one of those AC units that you put outside, like a heat pump. The heat pump itself is working fine, but the unit that comes inside that shoots it out just fucking drips water everywhere. And we tried to have a guy come in to fix it, and it was going to cost like $350 or something like that, just for the guy to come and look at it. I tried contacting a bunch of places, and it was going to take way the fuck too long for the guy to get out here. So I was like, you know what? I spent like $700 on a 15,000 BTU unit that was delivered right to my house, and I used that just to keep the upstairs somewhat cool-ish. Anyway, I just made my last fucking payment on that thing, so that's gone. I don't have to pay for that anymore. But I'm hoping that come spring, I'll be able to either get a new one installed in my house. We have this thing called Hydro Solutions where you can get it and you rent it. And now it's $700 Canadian, but still, it's a lot of fucking money, man. What do I sling those things at? What do you mean? By slingshots? What do I shoot them at? I shoot them at targets like this. I got a bunch of little targets set up in my catch box that we could shoot like this, or even smaller ones like this one here. And I shoot these guys. They spin around, flop around. Pretty nice when you hit them, so it's fun. Yeah, they work pretty good. You have to drain them from time to time, which is kind of annoying. But the ones I have, like let's see if I can show you. So my unit's here, plugged it in here, and then you have this thing up on the window that kind of attaches to the window, and you gotta hold on. There we go. Right there. If you can see it, it kind of locks in there and takes care of business for you. Blows all the hot exhaust out the window. It works okay. It's probably the best I could say. It works okay. It'll suck the humidity out of your house, and that's fine. But that's it. Move to Bosnia? Yeah, well, I might have to if things keep on going the way it's going here. Yeah, so whether your windows go sideways or they go up and down, it doesn't really matter. You can still put this thing in there. It's the sides adjust out to fit the size, and it'll blow the exhaust right out the house, and it works pretty good. The hose is a little bit on the short side, so if I put it down on the floor, it's got to go right up against the wall, right under the door. But I got it sitting on a 8,000 BTU old window air conditioner that doesn't fit any of my windows in my house. So I got it sitting on that, and I can pull it away from the window and blow all the cold air out the door. And I just turn on the fan and let the fan blow it around the house. Did they? We're back to that again. Did they take all the guns away from Canadians? No, they haven't. They're trying though, but they haven't. Yeah, I have a feeling, Randy, there's going to be a lot of people that are having that had boating accidents and lost them at the bottom of the rivers. I'm sure there's a shitload going on like that. The worst thing is they fuck, I don't really want to get into this, but the worst thing is they turned around and tried to make it seem like they tried to make it seem like, oh, don't worry about it, everything's going to be voluntary, everything's going to be fine, and now you're a fucking criminal if you don't turn your guns in. It's like, what the fuck, dudes? The whole reason for people having the right to bear arms, I mean, even in Canada we have a right to bear these arms, but they just keep on modifying the rules to make it seem so like the next thing you know, you're going to have to pick up rocks and throw it at them. But it's to be able to protect yourself in case, shit goes wrong, and or hunt or whatever. But it's just fucked up that the government keeps on trying to chip away and disarm the population, because what that's all about. It's all about control. It always has been about control, and it always will be about control. And anybody with a half a brain is realizing where the government's taking us now. So we're on our way to being fucking tax slaves. And anybody who thinks otherwise is a fucking complete asshat. That's all I got to say. Tyrannical government, 100%. Speaking of which, guys, for those of you who are asking me about the about those carbon fiber Averos, I have made a couple of them. Actually, Randy owns one, and it's beautiful. He's got a really good looking frame. Come to McAllen. We've got cheap guns and cheap drugs and guns. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I effing love it. Cool, man. I'm glad you're loving it. That was a hard one to let go, man. I was looking at that thing like, fuck, this thing's beautiful. I fucking love that frame. I gotta get some work done today on some slingshots. I've got one. I've got to sand again. I had to recoat it with some PL glue or crazy glue, but I gotta redo it. I have another one actually, Randy, that's similar to that one that I made you. But I gotta. It doesn't have the cores that I had cut out for me. It doesn't have these cores, so it's still like the rough cut one, like I did yours, where I actually cut everything out myself, drilled all the holes, and got everything done. I ended up doing it this way with these cores to make it quicker for me, so it's less work. But yeah, I've got one of those, and I've got another double core one that I've got going on with some carbon fiber too that I gotta chip away at and get that one done. That'll be a little beauty to shoot too. I'm going to shoot today for sure. You did a fantastic job on mine. I really fucking like that one, man. That blue in the carbon looks fucking fantastic with that aluminum core in there. Whew. Sexiness is off the charts. Off the charts on that. Oh shit. It's 12:43. I should probably wrap this up, guys. We've been at it for a while. We did really good today. 122 likes, 45 people in the chat still. Shit, I should keep it going, but I got stuff I got to do today. Kind of sucks. Anyway, folks, I should wrap this one up. We've done 3 hours and 15, 16, 17 seconds. You must pick national politics, Croatian, Serbian, or Muslim, or Social Democratic Party very soon to get your on the balls. If you want to get... You must pick a national party, politics, Croatian, Serbian, or Muslim, or Social Democratic Party. Yeah, well, the Social Democratic Party is what's getting us into fucking trouble here. All right, guys, I got to wrap this one up. You guys take care, stay safe, get out and practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. Are freaking awesome. And, yeah, I'm going to get into the shop today and see if I can get some shit done. At least somewhat finished. And, yeah, that's it. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry I wasn't outside shooting, but the weather wouldn't allow it. Bye for now.